Now, if you were to ask a group of men and a group of women what constituted cheating in a relationship, you would most likely get two very different answers. Wouldn't it be great if I had a guy just somewhere in this small place who could share that side of things? Oh, hey.
Hey.
Fancy you being in my apartment.
I was walking through the apartment. You said you needed a guy.
Yeah, to cheat on. No.
Oh.
No. Why don't you tell me what constitutes cheating?
Ooh.
A lot of times, like when people do studies on cheating and you ask women what constitutes cheating, we'll be all like, oh, if he's talking to another woman, an emotional attachment, non-sexual acts. Let's say, I don't know, if you were like my boyfriend or something. Let's say you had a friend who was a girl or a guy, and you were like always were spending time with this person, and it seemed like you were more emotionally invested in that person than you were in me. I might fly off the handle.
Yeah, but do you constitute that cheating?
A lot of women do, whereas men tend to only see cheating in one flat definition, which is sex. Well, we are in luck because we don't have to rely on just our own two noggins. There's actually a new study out in the Journal of Evolutionary Psychology, one of your favorites, I know, in which they asked a group of course, undergraduate college students, does this constitute cheating? With 27 different items. And they basically found that women are like, yes! A lot of different behaviors on a range from, of course, sexual intercourse down to hugging for 10 seconds. Okay, resident male. You ready?
I'm ready.
Intercourse. Penis, vagina.
Cheating.
Oral sex.
Cheating.
Emailing pictures of themselves naked.
Cheating.
Is that cheating? If you found out your girlfriend was emailing naked pictures of herself
like, say, a guy named Jeff
to a guy named Rodrigo, you'd be mad.
Yeah.
I'd have some explaining to do.
do.
Texting erotic messages.
Cheating.
Watching porn together.
No.
Sleeping in the same bed.
Nah.
Holding hands.
Weird, but no.
Staying in the same hotel room.
Ooh.
But
For
sleeping
what?
in the same bed. You're on a business trip.
Okay.
Would the price of the hotel room make a difference?
Yes, absolutely. Very cheap hotel. Something's going down.
Or
very
thrift.
Expensive. Yeah, no.
Here's where the women come marching in with their Sex in the City and their Carrie Bradshaws, forming a deep emotional bond.
No.
Would you feel uncomfortable if you knew that your girlfriend's best guy friend knew her better than you did?
I'd be weirded out, but I wouldn't say that she's cheating.
Sitting in lap.
Yeah, don't, get out of there.
It's not cheating now. We're just getting into questionable territory, right? Oh! If your girlfriend
were to straight up straddle.
Accompanying to a formal event, no. Going out to dinner, no.
Nope.
Talking on the phone several times a week.
Not cheating.
Just annoying. This is also a big gender break right here. Giving $500 to the other person. Men, not surprisingly, were much more likely in this study to say, yeah. Kissing on the cheek, no. Supporting the other person financially.
It's not okay.
Hugging for more than 10 seconds. That's a long hug.
10 seconds without like a traumatic thing happening. Hands off, buddy.
My mom always told me nothing good happens when you've been touching for longer than 10 seconds. Calling when upset about relationship partner. That would also just be annoying.
Just annoying even when it's a lady friend. But when you're like, oh, it's Dan that she's going to go talk to.
That's my dad's name.
And it's not Dan.
Taking a road trip out of the state. No.
Yeah, you guys are buds.
Telling dirty jokes. No.
This is 1950s.
Hugging briefly, less than 10 seconds. If you consider that cheating,
you got something weird going on.
Giving $5 to the other person.
Now it's borderline crazy on the person thinking that this would be cheating.
The giving $5 to another person, though, was another one where a lot more men than women were like, I think there's something going down with these Abe Lincoln exchanges.
Who is this low-life dude?
So wait, we gotta answer the question. What is cheating? Because guys are always like, oh, it's just sex. Women are like, it's sex, but it's also this kind of emotional investment. Do you think there's room for both, guy?
Sex?
Sex and nothing else?
If she thought he was a better guy, it's not so much cheating as much as
an insult.
I'm out of here. What about you?
What is cheating depends on each couple.
Bottom line, talk about it.
So if I were to have a boyfriend, I would want to talk about it before I went on any road trips that I had planned.
At nice hotels.
At very nice
with
hotels.
very long hugs
this
involved.
weekend.